Hey everyone, welcome to 2020. For some it may seem like the end of the generation, but I think the first year was one, and so right now we're heading into the 203rd decade of the millennium. And we're about 1/5 of the way. We're about 1/5 of the way, not quite 1/5 of the way, done with this 21st century, and which it just makes me feel old like this here. January's upon us, ponds frozen. But today we're going to talk about Star Wars Episode 9 and my thoughts about this after watching the film. And I have to say there may be some potential spoilers if if you haven't watched the film, probably just stop the video for now. But I'm going to talk about Episode 9. First of all, Carrie Fisher, I think they've handled them pretty well. Where Leia does what Luke did in Episode 8, and that would confront him like this here. And then it was really fascinating to see Princess Leia, or General Leia, or Leia Jedi, or whatever it is, Leia Skywalker Organa, to a Force ghost. So I think Leia will probably live on, and that was a great way to honor honor her, whatever it is here. But I also think that the movie will spawn one more sequel trilogy after this one. What's called the post Skywalker, like this. But my predictions about the next trilogy will be, I think the next trilogy will be offering a lot more deaths. Excuse me, a little cough here, but I think Poe Dameron will probably be the first to die in Episode 10. I think Episode 11 will be Finn and Rose. Giving Rey, Episode 12, the final showdown, which Rey will then sacrifice her life to bring ultimate balance to the Force and the ultimate closure of Star Wars. Where we now have the New Order right now. The New Order, which would be like that. So that would be the final rise of the dark side before the crew produces something here. They'll probably kill off the droids. C-3PO and the droids will will be deactivated in the next season here. And for those people who are saying, oh, the droids can die. No, they aren't. They're just robots, just like real life. I mean, the droids they will have to erase all the data feeds like this from the droids. Like this. Episode 10 will be the rise of the New Order. Episode 11 will be the push of the New Order. The revenge of the Order, like that, and they will be gaining this stuff. And Episode 12 will be a fascinating Star Wars that will bring the conclusion of the saga, the Star Wars saga. Now, Episode 9 to me is the conclusion of the Skywalker saga, but I think the next trilogy should be the Star Wars conclusion. And they should bring closure about this one here. Now, let's talk about the actors. I have to say that Ian McDiarmid acted pretty good considering his health. He's had a heart attack, some other health problems as well. But Ian McDiarmid, he didn't wail like this here. That he still had the force lightning up there, but it just seems that, I don't know if his speech was kind of slurry a little bit. I'm not sure. But he did act pretty good considering how old that Ian McDiarmid... Remember, 1983, when Ian McDiarmid first acted, I think 82, that was 37, 38 years ago. And I'm sure that Ian McDiarmid got really, really old. I want to know how that in 1999 and 2002, Ian McDiarmid acted as a younger, as a chancellor, because I mean, if Ian McDiarmid was acting that in 1999 was a thing of Anakin, but I have to still say that Ian McDiarmid acted pretty well. There was Adam Driver. It was, fascinating. I think it was a cameo. I wonder if it's a cameo or not here of Harrison Ford as Han Solo. But I think what I have to say is the way the movie went, it's going to spawn like probably one more trilogy, which would conclude Skywalker. They'll probably put Leia in it as well. I don't think it's going to be Carrie Fisher though, because she bit the dust back in 2016 because she was addicted to drugs, or if she had drugs in her stuff that caused her to have cardiac arrest. But yeah, they did use they did use the rest of the footage from episode 7 and 8, and they managed to pull it off to honor her. And that's what I had to do. And I think anything else is just going to spoil it more. So that's my thoughts on Star Wars Episode 9. I do believe that they will be doing another trilogy, which will be 10, 11, and 12, which would bring the trilogy that would bring closure to the war for good. And so, yeah. That's my thoughts on Episode 9. And me, JD, out on this January 1st, the last good day before the grueling month. Hate January. And yeah. It's going to be warmer. It's actually icy, glazy snow here, but yeah.